Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the fragrances I will never get tired of. I think they will just stay around to be my favorites for a very long time, but this list could have easily been 50, 100 fragrances, but I've tried my best to narrow this down. If you love to smell good and sexy, then keep on watching. The first fragrance that I can honestly say that it's been my favorite for years now, for 5 years plus. So I mean, this fragrance will for sure stay on this track, and I only recently got a bottle, but it just goes to show you that I was obsessed with it. It was on my wish list. My wish list is never ending, but finally I was like, I'll get it here to recommend to you guys. It is Hermes from Parfums de Marly. This fragrance is a very rich and spicy tobacco scent with this nice vanilla, but also a bit of a cherry opening. Let me know if you smell that as well. It's very juicy, just very sexy, boozy. There is some like rum elements, some booziness in here, and it just smells absolutely divine. And I believe this will become one of those fragrances that I'll just, at 80 years old, I'll be like, ooh, I love the scent, because it's just that good. It's rich, it's complex, but it's simple at the same time. It's crowd pleasing. I just wished it projected a little bit more, but it's still so good. It's one of those fragrances that you never quite forget, as a woman at least, because it just grabs your soul and it's like, oh, this is a sexy, mysterious month fragrance. Next up is the one that also has been my favorite for many years. I say it over and over again. I don't care how many times this has been reformulated, but the essence of the fragrance is still there, and I love it to death. Literally, if the whole collection got stolen, I would for sure go and repurchase this fragrance. I love this so much. It's YSL La Nuit de l'Homme, and this is the eau de toilette. It's just magic. It's perfect for date nights. It's romantic, but it's fresh. It's got the best of both worlds, because it's fresh, that with that bergamot opening, but it's also got this really soothing, sexy, smooth lavender, and it's this cross between a very soothing and super fresh fragrance. If I was a guy, I would probably wear this all year round because I would want to smell like this. This is sophisticated, sexy, just women fall in love with the scent, and I do as well. This is a classic. It will never go out of style in terms of like scent trends. This is just amazing. Next scent that I love, and it's a newer scent that I fell in love with, but I would say that there is two that are very similar, and one of them is Amouage Beach Hut Man, and the other one is H24 from Hermes, the Parfum version. They are quite similar in their scent profile, and I love them both. Depending on what fragrance you want to get, you might get either or, but this scent, it's just, Amouage Beach Hut Man has been my favorite for years now, but when they released this newer H24 Parfum, I was like, oh my gosh, they made this really rich, bitter, grassy, but yet so attractive and slightly marine-like, salty, a bit sweet. It's just this perfect scent. It's super unique. It's super refined, I would say, as well. And this is not a trendy sort of a scent. This is a real, like, classy, luxurious, timeless scent. Very gentlemanly. And to me, there's nothing like this scent. Like, I've smelled so many fragrances, but I love those two. Like, they're so on point. They're just really manly, but strike that balance of not being basic manly blue scents at the same time. Next scent that I'll never get tired of, and maybe I'm a bit biased because I didn't live in an area where this scent was as popular as in some places, so I never got tired of it, and I just still love it to death. It's a very hyped scent. It's Santal 33 from Labo, and believe me or not, this scent, it's still so good. I know it's been like done, and many people just think of it, oh my gosh, this has been so worn by everybody in New York City, in everybody in any major city, but as a scent, killer. There's something about this. I've smelled it, like guys wearing this. I remember on my way back from work one day, I smelled this guy wearing it and I was like, yes. And there was this huge scent cloud when he was walking behind him. It was the most heavenly experience ever. This scent, to me, it's creative, it's captivating, it's super strong. It's for somebody who likes being that creative, a bit different guy, or maybe is that guy but is stuck in like a 9-to-5 really boring job that he hates, but he's like wearing this. At least I'll smell like this. Yeah, still to this day I would give many compliments to a guy wearing this. I love this scent and it's still as strong. I don't think they've reformulated it at all, which is great. Still one of my favorites. Next up is a freshie. This one, if you've been watching this channel, you probably own this scent. It's light blue or intense from Dolce Gabbana. Man, the patchouli in this. Oh, it's so manly. This smells like Aquaman to me. The depths of the sea, super manly, masculine guy. This is a no-brainer for any guy and I love it. This scent from the Dolce Gabbana line, to me, like you can't go wrong with it because it's not as intense as a similar scent, Acqua di Gio Profumo. It's a bit less intense on the patchouli, I would say, so it's much more wearable, much more classic, like anybody could wear it. And this long-lasting freshie is just one of those fragrances that I'll never get tired of it. It smells good every year, again and again, and I love it. Next up is Dior Eau Sauvage Cologne. This fragrance, you might see a pattern a bit here, but I picked fragrances that literally are either super fresh or they've got something interesting about them. And this is a freshie that is super classic. There's not many blue fragrances that I've put on this list because I believe that these sort of green herbal multifaceted scents are a bit more of they go beyond the time and I'll never get tired of them. Specifically this cologne version of Eau Sauvage, it is so grippingly fresh. Literally it just smells like the hottest day and you're just wanting a drink, and this is like a sparkly bubbly soda drink that is so refreshing and you're like, this is that scent. It just smells super expensive, super attractive, especially for this hot weather. The opening, mind-blowing. Like, try it on your skin. The opening, I'm telling you, is the best of all the Eau Sauvage line. It's so good. And I would say if you like a woody, very citrusy, fresh scent that is almost like cooling. You know how Hermes or Fresh used to be. I think they've discontinued that now. This is absolutely the best and I'll never get tired of it. Next scent that is very vetiver heavy is this classical fragrance. It's Encre Noire from Lalique. This cap hurts your hand, but the fragrance is good. It's just so simple, nutty vetiver, a bit of this rubbery leather as well, really manly, really rugged as well, I would say. And if you love to get yourself a deal, get yourself a Lalique fragrance. I mean, you can get them always at discounters for really great prices, and man, are they good. They do vetiver like no other brand. They have so many vetiver scents. If you're a vetiver nut like me a little bit, then try Encre Noire. It is so good. It's been around forever. It's been one of my favorites forever. I blind bought this fragrance. I love it a bit more than Encre à l'extrême. I think this one has got a bit more of that scent projection. So I would say this one will get you a bit more compliments, but man, I love that. This is like a guy just working outside somewhere, like in Australia. This is that sort of a vibe. Not caring about anything, just working, doing his business, but he is so sexy. So yeah, Encre Noire. Next up, we've got Creed Royal Oud. Let me just spray it. Man, just this scent is, I'll never ever get tired of it. I promise. I can promise you. My favorite Creed, hands down, Royal Oud. It's not Aventus. royal oud. Yeah, Aventus is great, but royal oud, man, the spiciness, the woods in here, the scent profile, it just makes you go crazy. This scent is that good. It is classy in its own way, but it is damn sexy at the same time. And if you like that classical, but you smell like a rich guy in like a really posh London hotel, like Claridge's or somewhere, it's an amazing scent. And this, I'll never get tired of it. And probably of Aventus I will, because it's hyped right now in this sort of decade. But this will go beyond time, and it's always going to be one of my favorites. By the way, let me know your favorite fragrances that you'll never get tired of, and you know you'll repurchase them and everything in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, because I'm still ill and I'm filming this video for you, so give me a thumbs up, a bit of encouragement please. Next one, we've got the Guerlain fragrance, L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. My favorite, L'Homme Idéal Flanker. The bottles now look a bit different, but the scent itself, I feel like I've discovered it. I never read anything about it, like never anything. I just discovered it and I was like, man, why is nobody talking about this scent? And I've been kind of talking about it for the past few years. This scent, it's just got this really amazing almondy note with that rose. It's just one of those scents that is fresh, tiny bit aquatic even. Like it does have that, you know, like 40 knots. Has got a little bit of a similar rose spicy vibe, but this one is a bit more of a, I would say not as aquatic, but a bit more spicy fragrance. It's super romantic, sexy, fresh, but it's got those warming notes as well. It's just hard, I think, for a fragrance to do both, be fresh and slightly gourmand, but not too gourmand, because you guys, I bet most men are like this, but especially my audience, when I read the comments, you're not into like very syrupy scents, most of you, I would say. So this one strikes a nice balance, that you get, you know, a bit of that warmth, the spices, but you still get freshness. Really amazing fragrance, super sexy, and also unique on the designer market. One fragrance that also isn't here that you might be surprised about is Prada Luna Rossa Black. I know that I've been obsessing with that fragrance forever, but I feel like this fragrance will not be my obsession forever. It has the scent profile that is very trendy right now. That is why it is not on this list. What do you think? Do you think I was right to not put it on this list? And the reason behind my reasoning. But yeah, I just feel like that fragrance won't be here forever to stay. But a scent that will be, it is the Dior Homme Intense. I hope they come out with the parfum version of this, like they used to have a parfum, which I also own. But until then, this will be the fragrance that I will never get tired of. This is perfect iris scent, a bit sticky in terms of how it comes across. Like you almost feel like, oh, this is a bit denser, you know, it's not like an airy, fresh scent. It's got more grip. It's magic. And yeah, it's a bit more of a formal scent, a bit more of a maybe tuxedo sort of a DNA scent. So if you maybe like dressing up a little bit on an everyday basis, maybe you've got a lot of events like this would be a perfect fragrance for a winter wedding, in my opinion. Amazing. Or if you maybe are going to loads of events now during this party season, and you need a bit of dressing up and you want a scent that will do that perfectly for you, this is magical, gets compliments, and it's just otherworldly. This scent, classy, but in this really beautiful old world sort of way, but doesn't smell vintage at all. But it's got this like put together sense. Oh, magic. But next we've got another freshie, and this one, again, you can tell by the size of the bottle that I got that I'm a bit obsessed. And let me tell you, it's more than half gone, and it's Gentle Fluidity Silver Cup. Love this scent. Not only because for a freshie, this performs amazingly. It lasts and projects really, really well. Not just well, really well, I'm telling you guys. And to me, this is a nice alternative to Creed Aventus without being so hyped. You know, Creed Aventus is just so hyped. It's not going to be like, I'll definitely get tired of it in the next few years. Whereas this, it's a bit more under the radar. It's got that same incredible freshness. To me, this is even more, I would say, manly. It's got the spiky greenness to it as well, which is super attractive, super refreshing. And it's also got this woody freshness that fragrances like Creed Aventus or Mont Blanc Explorer have, but it's so much more intense, so much more signature worthy, because it's very specific. It's not a dupe for anything. It's just a fragrance on itself, standing alone, being super amazing, really manly, amazing in the spring, summer. There's nothing quite like it. And yeah, I would pick this over Creed Aventus any day. And another scent. It is this one, Allure Homme Sport Extrême, because I've been talking about it ever since starting this channel. 10 top sexiest men's fragrances. This fragrance, Allure Homme Sport Extrême. I've been obsessed with it. I am obsessed with it. This is, again, a fragrance that is a bit less known than Bleu de Chanel. And although I love Bleu de Chanel and it could have been on this list, I've told you before, this list could have been, you know, 100 fragrances. Maybe I should make a video like this. Let me know in the comments. But this is a solid one. It's always going to be here. It's creamy, it's minty, it's sporty. The scent cloud is amazing on this one. It can definitely be smelled with the Eau Extrême. It's got a bit more creaminess to it. I think that's why you can definitely smell it in the air, and it just smells clean, like a rich dude in the south of France driving a Porsche Cabriolet. It's incredible. I would say that this is this perfect, sporty, fresh, manly cologne that you want for yourself during the summertime. I'll of course link all of the fragrances and any samples down in the description of this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for the members of this channel for supporting this channel. This is just amazing. I can't believe you're supporting me, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye. Oh.